Hi Capricorn, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Capricorn, this is your general reading starting today on the 9th of April, and just for your very near future is what I'm asking for. I've decided not to put an end date to it, so whenever you find this reading and you feel like it resonates with you, it still is your reading. And I've started to incorporate the number, so the number 9, today's date is number 9. It's not so much about the actual 9, but the frequency that the number 9 is carrying that I've used to sort of incorporate as your basis into the reading. And today's number 9 is beautiful because it speaks about, it still speaks about endings. So there's something maybe in your life that is ending right now, something comes to an end. But more and more what I've seen lately is that number 9 has turned into this unconditional number. So whether that is a real shift in the frequency or not, I don't know, but that's what I'm getting. So this unconditional type of energy, if you really master this type of energy, it means that you're being unconditional. It means that you're intact with your source. You're intact with your inner being, no matter what the condition. So if the condition on the outside is there's a person being mean to you, there's a person being nice to you, doesn't matter. I am connected with myself, with source. Whether my bank statement says thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't bother me, I'm connected in. Even with my own health situation, you might think, well, that's all good, but I have migraines, and migraines is in the brain. Well, your brain has nothing to do with you or the essence of you or the spiritual side of you. So you can have any condition in your body, has still nothing. Have you seen a sick child be all, it's like us grown-ups. They're just down and out, but we are having a little flu. While the kids are, yes, they can be down and out, but the second that they've had a bit of a rest, they have such a runny nose and everything is really messy. But they're playing with Legos, you know, they're full on anyway. That's unconditional. So that is the basis for your reading today, which is awesome. So I'm going to use that today as I go in now to your reading, Capricorn. And also as I shuffle, I want to tell you that it's going to be a bit of a shorter message here on YouTube and no extended. I do apologize for that. It's just that I don't know what it is with me in time lately. I seem to lose track of days, even weeks, like what day it is, what it feels like it is. And even though you try to feel into it, it's like, isn't it Tuesday today? And somebody's like, it's Thursday. Like, okay. And you try to remember, like, was it really Monday yesterday? It's like, I feel like this time thing really gets away from me. So I'm trying to excuse myself here a bit. It's saying, I knew Easter was coming. I just didn't know it was coming. So here we are. No, that's way too many. Here we are, and I discovered midweek that not everybody was going to get a message if I do the length of it on YouTube and then the extended. So I hope you feel okay that you're sharing space with the rest of the signs that I haven't done for this week. Sorry. It's all back to normal next week. So let's see, Capricorn, what's going on for you? Capricorn. It was a whole bunch that flew out there, but I felt it was too many. So let's see. We also had full moon in Libra yesterday on the 8th. Libra is all about justice, all about karma being balanced, all about relationships. So it's a beautiful moon month now. Like the moon, you could think of it as the moon is in Libra now from the 8th of April to the 8th of May, which is like a lot of things is being balanced. A lot of things is going to feel more like that is justice. That is how I want it to be. That is good. That feels like that came back to me that I've given so much of myself. There you go. Cool. Capricorn, did you not have these last week? No, it couldn't have been last week. Anyway. Crown chakra. So, this is unconditional, if anything. Number 7 is all about, on the 7th day he rested. You built something, you've done something, you can't do anything more. You just sort of now have to sit back and maybe wait, or sit back and have a beautiful cup of coffee or a beautiful cup of tea while you're waiting for this thing to now manifest in your life. That's the whole feeling around number 7. 7 also speaks about like the angels in heaven. The angels, angels in heaven, they can be wherever they want to. I just thought about the angels and the loved ones in heaven, like the loved ones that has crossed over, and how you really are supported at this moment in time. And with this crown chakra, it's all about how you're opening up to the universe. There's something about an opening for you now, and how you're starting to, I almost want to say, come out of your shell. Like there's something about building something, or starting something, doing something that you maybe for the longest time thought you were not going to do, but here you are and you've done it. And so it's funny because it's like, it could be something. So the whole thing, like in 6 days we created the world, and on the 7th day we rested, and it's like it really rested. It's something that, I don't have a good analogy for this. It's something that it feels like, it doesn't necessarily have to be for every Capricorn. So now maybe if this doesn't resonate with you, just put yourself on pause in listening a bit, and then we'll get back to the general for everybody. But still for a lot of you, I feel that there was something that you did, or that you finished, or that you, I don't know, you were supposed to do something together with somebody else, supposed to go into some sort of, have we not talked about this before? Maybe we have. You were supposed to do something. Maybe you have a talent and you did your part, so to speak. You did your part, and then somebody else in business with you, or in supposedly business with you, you were supposed to do something together with somebody else, or even coming into a relationship with somebody else. You're so ready to go into this relationship with somebody else, and then sort of last minute they pulled out. It's like you had this ready, you've done so much work with this, or you've done so much work with yourself, or invested so much time in this relationship, or in this thing that you did, and you were supposed to come together with somebody else and sort of start to work together, or start to something around those lines, and it came to a halt. But it's done. So it's done now, like you've done the work. In 6 days we created the world, and then it was like we put that on ice, and now we're bringing it out again. Now there's something awakening in you, and it comes through the connection, because it feels like it might just not be that you go back to that particular person. You might be ready for a relationship again. You might be ready to take this thing. Maybe you have let's say that you wrote a book. Let's say that you have a script or something. You wrote a script, for instance. It can be anything. So don't be discouraged by my story here. But let's say that you wrote a script and you were in contact with a publisher, and you thought you were really going to get your book published. And last minute they pulled out. They did not want to publish your stuff. So the book is written, or the script for the book, or the script for the movie, or do you collaborate with paintings? I don't know. I see color and anyway. Yeah. So it feels like so that fell through. So the script didn't unscript itself just because they said no, and you might not go back to that very publisher, but I think it's because you're connecting in with yourself again. I feel like you're closer to God, if you will. You're connecting in with source. You're maybe doing meditations. You may be feeling better. That puts you back in this alignment with yourself. You're starting to become very unconditional. In the minute you go into that connection, then the inspiring idea starts to flourish again, because they were never died. It wasn't like all of a sudden because they didn't want to publish your book, or they didn't want to make this movie with you, or whatever this is. The artist didn't take your song, or however this is portrayed. This relationship didn't come to fruition as you wanted. It doesn't mean that you all of a sudden don't want to write anymore, don't want to paint anymore, don't want to be in a relationship anymore. That doesn't die. It maybe dies for a bit because you're a bit, that sucked. So much work and so much investment in it, and then it just went south. Now what? I don't ever want to be in a relationship again. I hate men. I hate women. They're just fooling you. You were a bit low there for a bit, and then it's like, and then you raise again, and you come back, and you have even clearer understanding. You have clear vision, and that thing was never supposed to happen, or it would have happened, right? So now you're even more clear about what you want. And when you find this connection again with your crown chakra, being all in alignment with yourself, with your higher self, these dreams are starting to come back. And so then you recognize and realize, oh, I already have that script done. I might send it to somebody again. Or this, it just comes up again. It's just this new, something's being reopened, is what I feel. Maybe you're getting ready for to have a relationship now. That type of thing. And it comes from this alignment. Through that alignment, your dreams comes back. It's when you're off that you think you don't want anything. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay here. And then you're like, you feel a whiff of spring, or you have that little connection with yourself. Like, oh, I actually do maybe want to create a little castle, or a new earth, or a relationship. I do want to meet my soulmate. And then we have the second card, which is number 2, which is relationships. Yes. Conversation, communication, and relationships. So, and we have a black border again. So it speaks about the universe backing you up. The universe really is on your side. You're tuning in with the universe right now. Your higher self, source, you're doing it. And it's the sacral chakra. So this is almost the same thing as I just talked about, because the sacral chakra is all about the creative side of you, the passionate side of you, the sexual side of you that is being opened again. It's being nourished. It's flowering. Can you say that? It's blooming. It's opening up. So you're starting to feel more vibrant. You're starting to feel more passionate again. Whether that is for just because you feel a sexual energy doesn't necessarily mean that you feel like having sex every other second. It doesn't mean that you don't feel like having sex every other second. I just say that it doesn't necessarily mean that you feel like having sex just because it's a sexual chakra. To me, I would say Brad Pitt, when he's on fire and he's like, and I know not everybody's a Brad Pitt fan, just for me, okay? And whoever you feel, like, I'm just trying to explain something. For me, Brad Pitt, when he's in alignment and his sacral chakra is on fire, he's like so freaking sexy. But it doesn't say, yeah, it might say sexy in his forehead as well. But how that comes across for me is charismatic. It's the twinkle in the eye. It's the little devil in there. That's the sexual energy. And that, my dear Capricorns, is awakening within you right now. So something has been closed off, closed down. And in terms of your creativeness, that's all the same. Like this charismatic, passionate, vibrant feeling is being reawakened. It's being there's something about opening. You're opening up again, and you're opening up through this connection to your higher self. So you're doing a really good job, Capricorn. And then we had these two, they came out together like that. And so we're building a new foundation here. So I would say you're almost working on really working on three chakras at the same time, three energy centers at the same time. Of course you are all the time. When you're in alignment with your higher self, with source, every energy center is at work, if that makes sense. But there's something that you really are almost pinpointing, almost like, I'm going to work on this now. And with this, so this, I would say, it just as well could have come out as a base chakra, like as a foundation, because there's two cards with the red border. One card says firm foundation, and one of the cards has number 4, which is all about foundation. It's all about the heart and foundation. So there's a strong emphasis on your crown, on your sacral, and on your base. And that is just beautiful. And so with these two cards, we have, so let's do the first card here with the foundation, firm foundation, with the number 4. So it's all about your heart center. Something, your heart is in on it this time. Maybe before you were trying to start a new relationship with somebody, you just wanted to have a relationship, maybe because you felt alone, maybe because you're supposed to have a relationship, maybe you just try to fill a void or whatever. The heart is in the right place now. It's like you've done the work, you're doing the, maybe you're meditating, maybe you're out walking in nature, maybe you're just doing something that you truly love, that puts you more and more in your heart and more in alignment with yourself. And so you're coming like from the right place now to want this relationship and to have this relationship and to sort of attract it for the right reasons, if that makes sense. You're not attracting it because you felt lonely. You're attracting it because it's a heart matter. And you're building, it's like you're rebuilding yourself. You're building a strong foundation here, a firm foundation. You're building something up here. And if that is the script that you're supposed to send into somebody, if that is building a strong foundation with a loved one, or if, like, it's a general reading, so take whatever applies in your life. It can be all of those. It can be none of those. It can be something else that you know. When I'm talking about this, you know what it is that I'm talking about. That's the thing. The foundation around it is going to be magnificent. It's going to be it's like something you can truly rely on this. You can truly lean towards this. You can stand on it. Like, you can take it to the bank. It's a safe thing because it's two cards coming out. So it's a strong foundation. And then we have just one thing here, because I just saw this. So you're building this strong foundation. You heard me, what I said here about these cards, and you're opening up, and you really are starting again, and you really are blossoming. You really are. And you're building this foundation. Everything points to it. The universe is backing you up. So here's the mountain top. Like, you're building a mountain. You're building and you're reaching for the top, and you're getting there. You're going to get there for sure. But then you're standing here watching this wall. So here's this wall happening. So it's like you're wondering, how am I going to get that wall away? And to then just sort of look up, to just you don't have to look at what you feel is in the way of it. Instead, try to focus on where you want to go, and not what potentially could hinder you, potentially that you don't have the means to right now, whatever this is. I know what happened last time, or, try to get out of that whole thing and get back into the aim for what you want, where you're going. Perfectly smooth, because you're sailing into the sunset. Your ship is coming in, this golden sail. Golden sail! I love the play on words. The golden sail. You're going to sell, maybe, heaps. It's going to be golden. On the bottom of this, it says, positive movement forward. So you're going to start to see movement forward. We have the strongest number there also with the number 8, which is the infinity number, which talks about the so in heaven, so on earth, so below, so above, so below. So you're bringing something in now. You really are starting to see a manifestation around this thing that you want. Okay? This is your reading for today. I hope it helps and uplifts you guys. Sorry for the bit short, dense version of it. And I hope to see you back in a week. Happy Easter, everybody. Bye.